We need this right now, CRO coin holders. We're going to be talking about that today. Welcome back to Crypto Report. I'm Blacksea. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel right now. Let's hop into this video. All right, guys, we're going to start off here on Crypto Twitter, and I made a little bit of a post on what I believe Crypto.com needs to do to save CRO coin. Okay, guys? Follow me at 333Blacksea. Interact with this post. Let's get this in front of the Cronos and Crypto.com leadership, and let's get this Cronos CRO fam community together. Let's make CRO coin great again, all right? I say what Crypto.com needs more than ever right now is to save CRO coin. This is how they do it, all right? Spend the new 1.22 billion monthly minted CRO coins out of the 70 billion new issued coins, right, on marketing the Cronos chain, all right? We have not yet gotten any clarity on what these coins are going to be used for. We heard a lot of hymns and haws of people saying, oh, well, how about it's going to be for this or how about it's going to be for that? But we've got no real clarity. I've seen people talk about it being used for the ETFs, the strategic reserve. Nobody's really talking about the strategic reserve that much anymore. Isn't that strange? But seeing talk about the strategic reserve, and regardless, we haven't gotten much clarity. So how about we come together and say, we would like you to spend that on marketing Cronos, okay? I say create more grants to incentivize more builders to build on the chain. All right, guys? You need to have builders on the chain. You need to have new innovating projects being built on the chain. It can't just be, oh, we built this swap that swaps. That was years ago. We need new innovation, right? And the way to get that is to incentivize builders to come here. And guys, I'll be honest, there's not that much trading volume on Cronos. So why will a builder come and invest their time and money into building on the Cronos chain? Well, potentially some grants. If the Cronos chain offers grants to these builders, then maybe there'll actually be some building going on, right? I say buy back CRO or change the staking rewards to Bitcoin to compete with Coinbase. This will reduce sell pressure on the CRO fam, okay, guys? Coinbase just came out with a Visa card. And on this Visa card, you get 4% cash back in Bitcoin, all right? We have Crypto.com Visa cards. And when you stake your CRO coin for these Visa cards, you get paid out in CRO. And yeah, that's great. But you know what happens is people sell that CRO. And it's a consistent sell pressure, all right? Maybe we turn around a little bit and instead we offer Bitcoin. Yes, it'll be more expensive for Crypto.com, definitely, because they don't just have all this free minted coins to be giving it to everybody. But I think if you want to save CRO coin in the Cronos chain, you're going to probably need to be spending some money here. So I also say, last but not least, burn the CRO coin. Burn the CRO coin. If you guys have been watching me on the Crypto Report for a while now, you've seen when we went through our escapade of promoting the CRO coin burn proposal. We got to 129 days. The community rallied together. The CRO fam came together asking Crypto.com to buy back and burn CRO coin with quarterly profits. Okay, 129 days. And on that day, we saw the 2025 roadmap, which included quarterly CRO coin burns, okay? Now, that was before we saw the Crypto.com brute forcing their validators into the 70 billion new issuancing of coins. But we did see that they said, hey, we're listening to you. We're going to burn those coins. Now, obviously, we saw a massive backtrack. And we're seeing people say, we're seeing Cronos come out and say we're doing a 50 million CRO coin burn. 50 million versus 70 billion increase is nothing, okay? We need to see CRO coin burns if you want to see some speculation on the Cronos chain. You need volume on the Cronos chain to bring builders to the Cronos chain, to bring new investors to the Cronos chain. Guys, the elephant in the room is CRO coin's price needs to go higher. Price matters. You know, people can say all day, I'm in it for the technology. I'm in it for the technology. No, that is not how we move forward here. You need people to make money to see adoption on the Cronos chain, okay? So I made this post, interact with it, follow me at 333blacksea on Twitter, share this around. I think a lot of CRO coin holders left after the 70 billion minting of coins, and now that's behind us. We need to be talking about what's next, and that is spending the new coins on growing the chain, in my opinion, all right? So looking at CRO coin right now, we are trading below important support level of basically 10 cents. And I always say, guys, when you break below this level, you usually almost always come and test near 0.0830. And right now we're seeing that play out. Do I think that that's going to play out right now? Do I think we're going to come and test this? I think that we are in the hands of the traditional market right now. We're getting more uncertainty. We're waiting for the Fed. We're patiently waiting for the Fed to pivot to quantitative easing and start those rate cuts. Come on, Jerome, cut those rates. We expected 4 rate cuts in 2025. We're already in Q3 with 0 rate cuts. Come on. Is it political? Probably. But do we need it? Does the economy need the rate cuts? Yes. It is late, guys. We need these rate cuts. It will create a more favorable environment for risk on assets, aka altcoins, aka CRO coin, and that will really be a nice boost. When retail feels less strained, there will be more money flowing around and more money to get invested into CRO coin and altcoins, all right? But in the meantime, I think there's a good chance that we're kind of like bottoming out here. That being said, guys, 0.0830, the yellow line is a magnet, okay? It's a magnet on CRO coin. And on top of that, you have the sell pressure from the new minting coins every month, 1.22 billion. You probably should be expecting this to probably move down until Bitcoin really starts to rip and roar and until you start to see that true altcoin season. Guys, Bitcoin dominance has been rallying significantly for the past couple of weeks here. It's something to note. So, guys, I do want to say I'm taking advantage of this volatility. I'm doing some larger trades. I had a $200,000 XRP long position, got stopped out in the profit a few weeks ago. I'm looking for more of those positions. Guys, I'm trying to capitalize on this volatility to accumulate more Bitcoin. Guys, if you do want to trade as well, right now I'm in this trade isn't anything crazy. It's just kind of trying to find a good entry on XRP. It's a $2,700 trade. I'm up about $150, up about 5.6%. I'll look to increase my size on this position if the right levels approach. You know, if I think that this was a good entry, we start to get a run, then I'll increase the size and probably up the leverage a little bit. But in the meantime, I'm sniffing out entry positions and I'm looking to capitalize on volatility. If you guys want to do that as well and you want to trade with me, check out in the description box below or pin comment down below. We have a $5,000 sign bonus to Blowfin. Click the link, deposit trade, but you get a bunch of free money now. Guys, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I just tell you guys what I'm doing and my strategy and what works out best for me. And I put my money where my mouth is. It's as simple as that. So looking at the overall market, Bitcoin's trading at 106K. We just had our weekly candle closure, which is basically like a flat line candle. We'll take a look at that shortly. Nothing really is happening. But really what I want you to pay attention to is your Bitcoin down. It's at 63.8%. When you exclude stablecoins, guys, 65.8, nearly 66%. So we've been increasing. Bitcoin dominance is rallying, guys. I kind of expect that for the rest of Q3, unless we get my invalidation of a monthly candle closure at about 110,000 on Bitcoin at the end of June, okay? But looking at everything here, Cronos is sitting at rank 36, down about 7% in the past 7 days, up about 1% in the past 24 hours, trading at nearly 10 cents, about a penny below 10 cents, at $2.74 billion market cap, down about $250 million over the span of the week. And guys, look what's going on with Bitcoin here, all right? The daily time frame, we are chopping around. We are chopping around, testing the very important resistance, all right? I really want to see on the third touch of 110K a flip of this. Turn this resistance into support. Otherwise, I'm going to be a little bit concerned. I'm going to be a little bit concerned. I'm going to think if we do this, like bang, bang, I'm going to expect a breakdown. I'm going to expect a further move to the downside, and I'm going to say that, yeah, guys, we're probably going to have to wait until Q4 to see those big moves. And with that being said, you should expect that if we have to wait till Q4 for those big moves, expect some pain for CRO coin in the short term. But guys, this is the fourth and final year of this 4-year cycle of the bull market. Hypothetically, right? We're no for the super cycle just yet, but I'm not calling any super cycles until the fat lady sings, okay? The 4th and final year of the bull market, of the Bitcoin cycle, is the most volatile, the most trappy, but it can produce the most gains, okay? And that's why I do high leverage. That's why I'm doing these trades on Blowfin. If you want to trade with me, check out the description box below. And I'm trying to trade altcoins and accumulate more Bitcoin. That is the name of the game. That's always been the name of the game for me. Guys, if you like this type of content, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel right now. Do you think crypto.com can save CRO? Do you think if they do what I proposed, it will help? Is it too little, too late? Or will it change it? I'm curious. That's all I got. I'll see you next one, guys. Bye-bye.